So the Colts benching Anthony Richardson for Joe Flacco. And it's always funny the discourse that happens when these sorts of things happen, right? Oh, the Colts, Richardson, they have to give him more time. And it's like, I get it. It's like all these other young quarterbacks. Look at Peyton Manning's first 10 starts. Look at Dan Marino's first 10 starts. Look at Tom Brady. I get that quarterbacks have rough starts to their career. Richardson's been terrible, though. And I think the benching, it's not because he's been bad. He's done two things. He's lost the locker room, and he quit on his team, right? Last week, he quit on his team. He tapped out in the game. The reporters asked him, like, where were you? And he literally said, I was tired. You don't make it in this league by tapping out because you're tired. That's not how the NFL works. That's not how they do things in the big boy league, which is called the NFL. Anthony Richardson barely played in college, remember? He's very young. He's only 22, youngest starter in the league. But Trey Lance only got 4 starts. And the trending thing is people are like, well, the NFL has a quarterback development problem. Bryce Young has been benched, and Richardson benched, and Trey Lance has been benched, and all these guys getting benched. I don't think the NFL has a quarterback development problem. Most of the guys getting benched are guys that either were way overdrafted, right? Trey Lance and Richardson, both of them were overdrafted because they barely played in college, but they had potential, right? But they barely played in college. Bryce Young was overdrafted simply because he was on Alabama and won a national championship. Same for Mac Jones. Mac Jones overdrafted, benched. Will Levis, 3rd round. People thought he should have been in the 1st round. He wasn't. He's benched. Like, the guys who were getting benched are the guys who were overdrafted. There's a bunch of young, good quarterbacks in the league. C.J. Stroud, Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix, Jordan Love, Brock Purdy. There's a ton of good young quarterbacks in the NFL. Drake May looks really good. It's not that there's a development problem. Not every quarterback's going to be good. Deal with it, folks. Deal with it. Richardson, they think he's a bust, and he's already lost the locker room. He's only started 10 games, but Joe Flacco is a better leader. Joe Flacco will win more football games. I mean, they are going to make the playoffs with Joe Flacco. They're not going to make the playoffs with Richardson. And that's a roster built to win. And the players, there are 52 other guys on that football team. They can't wait around forever for Richardson to be good. At some point, you just know. And right now, they know that the answer is not Richardson. Maybe next year it will be. But when you are a lineman in your 30s, and you're looking at really, I have to defend him? The guy who's tapping out because he's tired? This kid who's barely even played, who's not good? 44% completion? Players don't want to deal with that. They don't. They don't want to sit through a rebuild while the team waits for their 22-year-old quarterback to see if he's got any life. They're a good team. They're 4-4, and they think they can make the playoffs, but not with Anthony Richardson, and they're right about that. Flacco's a better quarterback. He's the answer. And so it's the opposite of Lamar Jackson, right? Lamar came off the bench, replaced Joe Flacco, got him benched. This is the opposite. Flacco getting Richardson benched and replaced. I agree with the move.